Well, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folani. So sorry that we're coming, behind schedule. Apologies. We're here now. Our guests, Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, and Mr. Sonny Adenuga, National Chair of the Boot Party. Both men are joining us remotely. Thank you very much. Good morning to you, Dr. Arabambi, as well as Mr. Sonny Adenuga. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
All right.
Good morning.
Then. All right. Thank you. Now, Labour Party has ruled out, going by the words of its chairman, Julius Abure, has ruled out the any 2027 coalition. So let's just talk about that. And because of that, I'll go to Dr. Arabambi. That is a categorical fact that Labour is not interested, in spite of your chairman having been seen, together with Minister Nyesom Wike. He has explained that that doesn't mean anything. There's free association anywhere. Every Nigerian is entitled to free association, but it doesn't mean anything. And categorically stating that the coalition is not for Labour Party. So, am I reading that correctly, Dr. Arabambi?
Yes, of course. You are on track. Seeing a political figure like a minister of FCT, it just, some of this, Sunday visit. It is good you visit your brother. When you're out of church, you say hello, you look after your well-being. So the chairman going to see the minister, just on a courtesy visit, at a Sunday stop.
Yeah.
He left the church, the minister also, and he just went to say hi, hope you are fine, hope you are doing well. And that was it. And they took a picture, and the whole thing went viral. But most of these groups in the coalition who want to make sure Nigeria collide, with some sort of uncertainty in 2027, were the people that were now reading meaning, to that picture.
Okay.
The photograph between Minister of FCT and, because they've forgotten that we are both in opposition. Nyesom Wike is not a member of APC. I stand to be corrected.
You're very correct. You're very correct.
There's a member of APC. Yeah, they should bring it out. He is not a member of APC. Nyesom Wike has always been attending, the NEC meeting of PDP. So what is all this feels all about? What is all this, their political, the harakiri, all the name calling. So it's Minister Wike now, from Ghana, that, one cannot even take photograph with him, or do we have issues with, with South Africa or any other country? No, he's a Nigerian, for God's sake. A rightful son of River, serving his country in Abuja. So what is all this noise about? Didn't we see some of these political figures, taking photograph with the former vice president, even when they are not in the same party? The El-Rufai of this world.
Well, it
with
is
some other political figure, even when they are not in the same party. So they should leave Labour Party alone. Let us do let us run our party the way we want to run it. It's not their business. They should face, their coalition. Because as far as I'm concerned, like I said, the people coming with prescription for Nigeria are the people that send Nigeria into the intensive care unit all over these years. They were the people, that causes problem. They were the people that poisoned the system in Nigeria. They said they were hungry. Because they were hungry, then they should now return power to them. They have nothing to offer Nigeria. They have not been able even to come with a credible solution. So Labour Party, as a party, we are dissociating ourselves from that coalition.
Okay.
We are not part of it.
In spite of the fact that Mr. Peter Obi, well, he has also been part of.
No.
Yeah. Were you going to say something?
Well, Peter Obi, as far as we are concerned, is a suspended member of Labour Party. like we said, and we are just plotting our graph because he has also been sending emissary to the party leadership. Oh, don't suspend me. I want to campaign for the party in Anambra. Let us see whether we can make, something tangible. You knew that before you now went with the so-called PDP member, parading herself as one interim caretaker committee when they know it is against the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 223 to be precise. They were the one that wrote to INEC claiming they don't want Mogalu, that Mogalu is their candidate. So it somehow stands logic in the head for St. Peter Obi, who claim Abure NWC is no more in existence with Governor Lesotho. They went to Abia, to do what I would call Yam Festival. They came back to Abuja. They did the second round of their Yam Festival. Last week, they did the third round of their Yam Festival where they are changing their nomenclature. Today, they are interim. Tomorrow, they are caretaker, Labour Party. But we are not bothered. But the same candidate that they shamelessly wrote to INEC that it is not a validly elected candidate that they are now campaigning for. Because of what? Like Dati said yesterday, he said he cannot sleep peacefully. When you are sleeping, you now walk into a coalition. Everybody should know the meaning. The extant meaning of that statement is that when you are sleepwalking into a coalition, it means you are not in your right senses. So the man is telling Nigeria he is in the right senses and he will now join others, other economic predators of Nigeria to sleepwalk into a coalition known as, whatever name they are going to call themselves. These are certain people because Atiku of this world, Amishi of this world, they have now been able to set a bobby trap for Peter Obi, which he walked into, and he now thought he can just come back. So he's trying to use the Labour Party campaign in Anambra to work himself, into, the mainstream of Labour Party. And that was why the young man came yesterday and was advising the principal that we are not supposed to destroy a platform that gave us an opportunity. We were supposed to be a unifying factor and not divisive. A divisive factor like Obi, potent. So as far as we are concerned, Obi stands suspended in Labour Party until when, the neck of our party graciously, maybe they want to return him back. But the next stage of Obi mission in Labour Party is expulsion. That is the next stage. That is what we have on the card.
Okay.
But his VP came yesterday to now come and plead on his behalf. He came to plead on Peter Obi's behalf that, don't worry, my Oga, sleepwalk into a coalition. And we understand the meaning.
Well, unless that was cut out,
it means you are
unless
sleeping.
that was edited out, Dr. Ambabi, unless that was edited out, it wasn't in the popular version. It wasn't in the sort of published version that he came to beg. But, I get what you're saying.
No, he did. He did.
So it's not everything that is put out there. Okay, indeed. Well, thank you very much, sir. Let me come to I was going to say, I've explained why, Sonny, sometimes the word doctor will slip in. There's another very popular Sonny Ijebu man. In fact, the Ogbeni Oja, I believe, of Ijebu. And so I'm talking here about Mr. Sonny Adenuga, National Chair of Boot Party. Sonny, what do you make of all of this? Do you have any issue at all? Let me come to your party now, because that's where you're going to speak the best. Do you have any issue at all with the coalition vis-a-vis, your party? Just for us to sort of, understand how different political structures.
Before that, let me pay tribute to two great Nigerians that we lost sadly on the same day, President Muhammadu Buhari. He divided views. However, he gave his best. There is no doubt about that. Very upright person. Personally, the only issues I always have with him is the fact that he was responsible for truncating democracy. I think the Third Republic. But that said, he was a brilliant man, and you can't fault. It's hard to fault him. Of course, we're all human. We have our faults. And same goes to Abure-Led. And I think the big lesson about Abure-Led is this, for many Nigerians, that a king, an Oba of a relatively town like Ijebu, made it to national prominence. What that tells anyone is that, like Jale, who led for over 60 years, leadership forthrightness, and everybody, people that matters in this world, listen to him. And that says you can actually be in any place in this world, in our country, no matter how you think, you don't have to be a state or a state capital, yet you can make that great impact in the society. It's just to continue to do what is good. One day or the other, people are going to actually notice you. Okay. So may their souls rest in perfect peace. Now, regarding the coalition.
Yes.
You know,
and both parties' attitudes to it.
Obviously, I think I've said it in this one of the previous meetings we've had in this on this morning. For us, we're not part of that coalition. We're confident that a true force is going to come, is in the oven and is cooking. The reality is that the current coalition you have, I call them the Lazarus League. Those who have died, who wants to rise again. These are people who doesn't have, they've been in government for years, and you're going to ask yourself, David Mark, how long he has been a military person, been in politics. So why didn't you change? Why this change you're talking about now that you're going to bring upon Nigeria, why were they not done then? And some of these guys. So I just think, I call them the Lazarus League. Unfortunately, they do not have Christ who is going to help them to resurrect them. But as it stands, I would say regarding the coalition, people should leave them as it is. But however, the APC also should also not to how will I say, rejoicing, because we are coming. That's the truth. What Nigerians want are credible politicians, people who lead with integrity. I will tell you this. Before 2023 general election, people wanted us to go and declare for APC. Some even brought out lies saying that we declared for Labour Party. But not out of disrespect to any of these parties. It was our choice to grow organically as a political party. And for some of us, our watchword is integrity. If we come with you and agree, we stand with it. Even if it's going to change, we're going to call you to the round table. And that's the most difficult things to have in our country. I don't envy the Labour Party leadership. I know how difficult it is. You know, the last time I told them, they were both indisciplined and successful. And I know how difficult it is to maintain discipline in Nigerian political party. You find different types of individuals, and that's natural that you're going to have all these people. But usually, I still always blame, if at all, the party leadership when they allow discipline to not be their watchword in their party and their organization. So when it comes to this coalition, every parties are for themselves. For us, we strongly working towards having a third force. Of course, you know, like our party's name goes, we're doing all of this because of our tomorrow. One of the biggest problems, again, with most Nigerian politicians is usually once they coming into politics, they just want it now. It has to be now. They won't learn from the people who are before us. Look at Asiwaju Tinubu, our president. Look how long he's been there. You don't have to like him, but you can pick one or two things and learn from these guys. But often you find modern day politicians in Nigeria is usually about money. It's usually about, oh, if it's not now, nothing else. And like Dr. Abambi was saying there, you find notable individuals not being credible in terms of even respecting those who follow them. They keep jumping from one place to another. Even former Vice President Atiku, you're going to ask yourself, why would you want to lead if you cannot even think 4 years ahead and know that, look, this is likely position of things, but all you want to do every point in time, thinking everything is tactical. Sometimes, and even often, most time, political success is usually about strategic thinking. So when it comes to this coalition, we wish them well. I don't rule out any human endeavor. But we can only wish them well, but we're not part of it.
Okay. Now, Dr. Arabambi, when your chairman came out yesterday, one of the things, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed was also at that meeting. I think I was hearing that, you know, a concession was made for him to be able to attend that meeting, and he did show appreciation for that opportunity. And he said one of the most important things to him was how to unify the party, how to bring everybody together, that he had come as a peacemaker, and and he had come, and I was surprised at that, without any ambition. He said without any ambition. The important thing is to bring healing to the party. How optimistic are you? Because that seems important, because once you can sort this out, a lot of Labour Party's problems, theoretically will disappear.
Well, thank you very much. You see, this is the trait and attribute, of people we should refer to as leaders. He tried to distinguish himself away, from failed leaders who are trying to recycle themselves. The architect, of our past misfortune, presenting themselves shamelessly to Nigeria as Messiah. What Dati Ahmed tried to do yesterday was to actually, take himself away from what I would refer to as something we call, physiologia fantastica. If you check the meaning, it is not good for people to be lying. He knew they were a bunch of liars. And he decided that, let me take myself away from them and face the truth. And what are the truth? When you are in a political party, you must be a unifying factor. You must not be seen to be speaking from both sides of the mouth. You must not be seen to be minister of announcement of disaster in Nigeria. You must not be seen to be condemning the program of an administration without providing a solution. So he came yesterday to say, gentlemen of Labour Party and women, I think we must unite ourselves. And he purposely came to plead on behalf of his boss. Whether it was the one that sent him or not, we do not know. But he has shown that trait of a leader that Nigeria must believe in. Not those who poisoned our system before are now coming with some form of funny prescription in the name of our coalition that I will refer to as coalition. Because these are people that doesn't know what they want to do as far as I'm concerned, even in 2027. We are angry. You are angry with the present administration does not connote that you have any other thing, in your medulla oblongata that you want to use to solve Nigeria problem. It doesn't. They should come out, with their feasibility plan, just like a business. What do you have to offer Nigeria? They don't have anything. They say they are angry. But do not forget, they were the same people with the present administration in the Buhari administration. Both the current president, Amechi, El-Rufai, all of them, they were in the last administration that spent 8 years. So you can't tell me that you are angry. You can't be angry. In fact, for us, I would advise them that they should go back into APC and join the president, because they were all part of it. The president told Nigerians what he meant in the treasury. The president told Nigerians that Nigeria is in the ICU when he took over. All of them are there. So he's bearing the pain. You see people saying, T-pain, Tinubu pain. No, it was caused by their party. And the president, brought himself out that, I will bear that brunt.
Yeah.
Let us all serve it together. But because what? They don't want to suffer for what Buhari did. All of them now jump ship to ADC. They must go back there and join the president, see what you can do to salvage our economy from where they met it. So that's why I want to advise them, not for them to be telling Nigerians, all this manner of political harakiri that, we have something else that I want to do, when they have not solved the one that the former president created. They need to go back and meet the president. I'm not a member of APC. I'm only advising them, go back to where you are coming from, join hand with the president, because all of you were in that administration for 8 years. Join hand, let us see what people will be able to achieve, within the first 4 years, and see whether Nigerians, now will be able to say, let this man continue or not. But for us, the presidency will have to remain also in the South. It is the turn of the South. The president has to remain in the South.
Okay, that's something. Thank you very much. And before I go on a break now, let me just quickly say that we'll be cutting across to Edo State, where there's the official commissioning. Hello there. So continuing our conversation with Sonny Adenuga, and who is National Chair of Boot Party, and Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, National Publicity Secretary, who was just saying to us that as far as they are concerned, you know, forget the ADA, they are just not interested. And the one thing, whatever the political configuration, it's the time of the South come, 2027. So he's been very clear on that. Sonny, you were speaking about understanding how difficult it is to maintain party discipline. So I wonder what your thoughts are on what is going on in Labour Party now, because you've just heard Dr. Arabambi say that as far as he's concerned, the leader is, the presidential candidate in the last election. As far as they are concerned, he's suspended. But Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, who was at the meeting yesterday, has said that, he was not just there as a peacemaker, but he was sure that his boss, referring to Peter Obi, is still a member of Labour Party. So even though Dr. Arabambi didn't say that he wasn't a member, he just said that he was a suspended member. I wonder, can you sort of recognize that it can be tough like this, having these factions, and how this slows down progress in terms of the political objectives that people have set for themselves?
When you look at the People Democratic Party, unfortunately, they laid the foundation of the type of democracy we practice now, and quite a lot of their members have shown gross indiscipline. I think the highest of it was when their former president, President Olusegun Obasanjo, tore the party ID card in the public way of the people. It's sometimes when those who are before us do things, probably they don't pay attention, the impact it has on others. And also, you look at former Vice President Atiku, who has always jumped from one political party to another. He's practically been in almost all the frontline political parties in Nigeria over years. And what do you want to tell those who they've been together in the same parties and they've seen the way these guys operate? That look, party ideology probably doesn't matter. What really should matter to them is about their only personal interests. Of course, you may want to say, okay, well, Labour Party is new, but one thing we do differently in the Boot Party is this: we do not go against anyone that wants to come to our party. And that's why sometimes it seems that the Boot Party is a kind of being ring-fenced, not because we don't want to be in the public domain. But what we're saying is this, and I will repeat it again here, I've said it many times. If we want to be behaving like APC of this world, the PDP of this world, or even by extension, Labour Party, with due respect, then we don't need to have a new political party called Boot Party. Let's just go there and go and join the queue and start behaving like them. But what we do differently is that once you join our party, I think Dr. Arabambi can attest to this, we have our processes. It doesn't matter who you are. We don't come in the public domain and be celebrating, one big man or one big person has joined our party. They're like any other person in the party. I'm the national chairman. I only get one vote when we make decisions, and that's it. And once I've voted, I can't even have a casting vote. That is the level of the discipline we bring to our party. And that's why we believe that organically we should grow and make sure that as a political party, we're creating a new set of young Nigerians. We have some older ones. One of our elders in Delta State, in Osun State, our chairman there, they are way old, and they are ready to change into the new path of doing things. And because they see the quality of leadership they have seen at the national level, they know they can all say the same thing I'm saying. They're not going to. In fact, most of our party leaders, if you interrogate them at different times, most things we will all say, it will be almost like 75-80% equal. And that cuts across. And what brings about that? It doesn't just happen. Leadership can be taught. People are coached. Yeah, I can drop this in as part of interest. Often when party chairman meets at INEC level, Sometimes they do think on purpose, maybe because I live abroad. That's why I don't attend some of those events personally myself. But it's part of our own coaching process. We send state chairmen, some state chairmen in times, we send some national officials to be there to represent and mix and mingle and understand how leadership should be done.
So what you're saying, Sonny, is that you don't seem to think that Boot has exactly a discipline problem as other political parties seem to have.
Yeah, we don't have that discipline problem. And of course, there have been instances where some indisciplined behaviors have come up, and we dealt with it squarely. A good example, our former chairman in Rivers State, well, he wasn't happy about it. He took us to court, and we just told him sorry, and it's just what it is. We have to. Some of the problems in some of the big parties is the Nigerian thing, paddy thing. So people just behave anyhow. We sit down together, we make an agreement. In the first instance, it might even be the national officials who will be the first person breaking the rules. So what do you expect those who are coming behind? So to be a good leader, to create a political party of ideology, it has to be on purpose. And there's supposed to be a clear direction from it. But some of these other political parties, of course, because of the desire for success, immediate success, they bring in a lot of things. And that's why sometimes I understand the challenges they face.
Let me bring in Boniface, who has called in from Jos. Good morning, Boniface.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you very much, Uncle Yori. Hello?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Just give me some time, so I beg.
Okay. All right.
Uncle Yori, number one, I have to start with you. Why is it that all your program is about Labour Party and coalition?
All our programs are not about Labour Party.
Program is all about Labour Party and coalition these days. No longer APC and the ruling party and what is happening in Nigeria. That is number one. Then number two is see Alabambi. As Alabambi as intruder to a Labour Party. What he comes to do in Labour Party is to destroy the Labour Party. Is to make sure that Labour Party is brought his knee.
Are you a member of Labour Party yourself?
I'm not. I'm not Nigerian. I'm not a member of but I'm watching that. Anything you come to your program is against the party that is wrong. It's against the party that is wrong. It's talking against his own party. Why can't he promote his party? If indeed he sees this party as anything to him, why can't he promote his party? Why can't he do everything possible to resolve every problem that is in Labour Party? He keep on doing everything possible to scatter Labour Party. I don't know why.
All right. All right.
That is tired. But the truth of the matter is that Labour Party will remain and nothing will happen. And then
so sorry about that. Thank you very much for calling in. Well, you heard him, Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, National Publicity Secretary. He says that you're against your own party as far as he can see, that every time you come in, you're criticizing. Now, I want you to, in answering, please relate it to the spirit that was applauded yesterday when Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, when he was saying that, look, he was trying his best to do what leaders do. And in fact, I think he was acknowledged there, which is bring peace to bear on the party. But maybe you'd like to, respond to the thoughts of the gentleman who just finished speaking.
Very much. You see, in Nigeria, we have a very weak truth and a strong lies. And most Nigerians, they don't care who wins. They're only interested in whether the truth wins or it is the lie that wins. They don't care. They're only interested in who wins. And that is, what I'm going to liken to that man who was clandestinely presenting himself as a Nigerian, but is not a member of Labour Party. But he has forgotten that issue of leadership in Labour Party is strictly internal affairs of our party. He is therefore lack the locus to raise the accusation against my person that, oh, I am just after, the destruction of the Labour Party.
Yes.
Yesterday, like I said, the VP to Peter Obi came and said he will not join any group of people who will sleepwalk into a coalition. When people sleepwalk into a coalition, I would liken it to a situation that they are suffering from acute mythomania. As a result of what I said before, infection of physiological fantastica. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So for him to be coming out, reeling out lies, things that he doesn't know, is quite unfortunate. In a party that I am now spending my 17 years. So people who are just 2 years old are the people who will now come and prescribe the leadership status for us. They are the people that will come and tell us who is going to be chairman of a party. When, in fact, he is making reference to Peter Obi, who was a member of APGA. He fought tooth and nail with Victor Ume. He crosses over to PDP. For some reasons, he jumped ship. He came to Labour Party. You came to Labour Party, most of the disgruntled element that came with you from APGA, including Victor Ume, who is now singing Hosanna and Messiah, when he has accused Obi of being a Red Bull as a governor when he was their national chairman, because Obi failed to conduct election in his 8th year until the last 3 months of it completing his 8th year tenure when he now conducted a local government. So that is the man who is now coming. A bunch of senators who were unable to pay nomination fee in Labour Party, and Abure graciously made them what they are today. These are the people that will now come and tell us we want to take over the Labour Party, we want the party to be chairman. Let me tell you, the chairman of our party, Abure, has been a very gracious man. In fact, what causes friction between us and Abure was his implicit confidence he has in these people. We told him, these people, you don't know them, they are predators. Wherever they go, they will want to, take over your position and use it for their own selfish enrichment. And that's what we are saying. So for the young man, or whether the man they are called, let me tell you, don't know what is happening in Labour Party. We have a group of predators, the people who felt they are the best in their field. Or how will you describe a man who lobbied Acha Yusufu, Acha Yusufu and Pastor Etua Gadalo, who voted against Labour Party in the Edo governorship election? He voted for Aswai Godalo, and that was a man who was in charge of our campaign with Acha Yusufu. So you want us to agree to continue, with most of these disgruntled elements, so that you come and destroy our platform that we have built over the years. Here you have Peter Obi, who claimed, he had never seen a papa, a man that did open prayer for him in Asaba. He said he had not seen him before. So for us, we are not going to join issue with them. Just like Dati said, if they want to continue, they can sleepwalk, into their own, they can sleepwalk into the coalition.
Okay.
We are not interested in that coalition. We are a political party, and we are standing firm with the leadership of the party under Julius Abure and Alhaji Farouk Umar. As far as we are concerned, we are not joining any coalition. Obi remains suspended, and those who want to join him are free. But let me end this way. They claim that, without Obi, Labour Party is dead. Without Obi, Labour Party is nothing. Most of them don't know that we have won governorship election in this country before. They don't know that Omo Agege was the deputy senate president, got elected on the platform of Labour Party before, he defected to APC. A lot of them, they don't know anything about political history. But now that we have suspended Obi, we have expected him to dare us and now go to ADC. Let us see what he's going to do there. Even if they give him ticket, he's not going to have 2 million votes in Nigeria, because Nigerians are not fool. They know that the people behind that coalition are the people who are disgruntled with their political party. They have nothing to offer Nigeria other than we are angry.
Can I just suggest...
And that is none of our business. You can be angry with the president. We are not a member of your party. But we want issues. Come and tell us issues about Nigeria economy.
Can I suggest something? Can I suggest something, Dr. Abambi? Can I suggest something? The way you're speaking now, it's like, because I was even going to ask you before my thoughts have taken me to where I'm going to speak now. I wonder what you're saying, how helpful is it to the peace efforts that Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed was sort of, projecting yesterday? that he's here, and he can vouch for his boss, as he put it. He is definitely still a member of Labour Party, and he said that, look, I think he implied that he didn't have to really come away with anything as such. He wasn't ambitious like that. But he said that Labour Party was something you can't walk away from it. Too much has been invested in it, and he wasn't going to be part of those who are walking away from Labour Party. So the kind of things that you are saying, even if they are facts from the way you see it, if there are camps in there, can the other camp not begin to look at it and say, aha, you see the people that say they want peace? Look at Arabambi on television now. Look at all the things that he's saying. Why did you decide to go this way as opposed to holding your peace and seeing where the peace efforts would lead before resuming fire if you have to?
No, you see, we are not averse to peace in Labour Party. And that is what Yusuf Dati Ahmed, came into the party secretariat yesterday, to explain to party members and leadership. With what he has explained, it is obvious he has agreed with us that, his boss actually, veer up the line into making all manner of spurious allegations against the party leadership. Every Nigerian is aware that himself and Gonoti unconstitutionally, places a ban on all our national ESCO. They said, oh, we have dissolved all the national executive from the world to national, not fully where they don't have the locals. And like I said, probably was the one that sent his vice presidential candidate to come. Obi is welcome. He has also been making, a certain holy branch to Julius Abure and Farouk, Umar, that, oh, I know I've missed the road, I know I've made some mistake, but he must do it in the open because Obi is very clever. Whatever you are going to do with him must not be in the close. So he must come out openly. Just like the VP has said, his boss is in Labour Party. Fine. But tomorrow, just like what they said yesterday, only for Abdullah, the ADC spokesman, you know what he said? Though that they were the one that allowed Peter Obi to remain in Labour Party because of the governorship election in Anambra. These are some of the statements we expect a leader in caliber of Peter Obi to refute. Okay. But you see, he will tell you, I don't want to talk. Because why would an ADC say they were the one that is allowing you to stay in Labour Party? Who told the ADC they have any audacity, or they have any hope, or to think that they can control Labour Party? So for him, as their spokesperson, to go on there and not be saying, oh, we allow Peter Obi to remain in Labour Party. We are not in their shoe. We are not in the same category with them. I
hear what you're saying. Let me quickly bring on this viewer.
Political statement against our party.
Okay,
so we are ready to accommodate him if he chooses to come back. Obi can come back, but there is no automatic ticket. There is no automatic ticket.
All right.
Go into primaries with him. No automatic ticket.
Mr. George, good morning, sir. Thank you for holding on.
Yes, Uncle Yori, good morning, and good morning to our guests this morning. Uncle Yori, the man that called you to accuse you while you are talking about the Labour Party, he should be told that no one can eat his cake and still have it. You are contesting to become the president of my country, and you don't want anybody to talk about you. It doesn't happen. Supporters of Peter Obi are the most vocal in this country today. They are not just being vocal, they are very abusive, do the vocal work with disrespect. They don't have any iota of respect for even elders. And nobody is taking them to court for that. So you should not be afraid that people are talking about his party. If his party doesn't talk about it, they should withdraw from contesting for election in this country. But what struck me in the course of your discussions is the coalition. It appears they don't have any party platform from that they are coming from. If the Labour Party is saying we are not interested in any coalition, PDP is saying we are not interested in any coalition. If the ADC that they took over, they have gone to court, the owners of the original owners of the party have gone to court that you are usurping us, we don't want you. So what is the coalition about, and where is the platform that they are using? It takes me back to what I have been saying in this program, that what lies behind what a man does is what counts. If their purpose was to actually help the poor Nigerians out of poverty, they will not be in this purposeless drive where you don't even have a platform. You only have people who are angry against somebody who is trying to fix Nigeria. That is what is happening. At the end of the day, you will see that they will fall like a pack of cards. I'm not the one causing them, but that is what I can see happening.
Okay. All right then. Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. George. Sonny, to come back to you, and I'm sorry that I've stayed with Dr. Arabambi for a bit, because it's almost like it's their story, and you seem to be sitting pretty, you and Boot, because of our Tomorrow party. You seem to be sitting pretty. You don't have some of those issues that they have. But, you did give off the vibe that it's a Nigerian thing. Even up to the ruling party at times had its discipline problems with its members. But I think things are totally different now. Surely there must be a bit of it in your party too, Sonny, as we go. There must be a bit of it. After all, you're a Nigerian party at the end of the day.
Yes, okay, yeah, that's true. I think it's not a case that we've not had some terrible experiences, even though we're the youngest party in the country by virtue of registration. But that said, it's the way and manner these discipline issues are dealt with. Let me give you an example. It's not a criticism to Labour Party, but often we find out that most times communications are engaged verbally. There's no point, even if we have suspended a party chairman in the Boot party, I'm not going to mention someone's name. It's part of the discipline. We write to you, we communicate, we treat you with respect and dignity. And that's the way we want to be addressed. But what we found in Nigeria is that everything is about ego, everything. At the time, I even said...
We're going to have to leave it there. I'm so sorry. We're going to have to leave it there because we've completely run out of time. And also to apologize to Dr. Abayomi Arabambi as well. We're going to have to leave it here because we've run out of time. But at least we got certain perspectives. I want to thank you both gentlemen, for coming on the program this morning. Okay, that's where we're going to have to leave it. We don't have the time anymore. And
thank you very much.
Do please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folani. Bye-bye for now.